Okay, this is Awkward Occurrence with Awkward Entertainment. We're going to be checking out a few videos today. So I'm trying to keep this under an hour. But there's a few videos in the news. We're going to start with Paul Mooney. Paul Mooney counsel shows after sexual allegations. And then in between this video somewhere, I'm going to do a reaction to Joker final trailer. So the Joker from Batman got another movie out. New actor, the ex-actor passed away some years ago. I think his name was Heath Ledger. So, now let's get into this video about Paul Mooney and it's on the Breakfast Club.
Disrespectful. Highly disrespectful.
All right, Paul Mooney has just canceled the show. He's taking some time off.
Whoa, why?
You know why.
Because of the allegations?
Now, there were these allegations against him that he allegedly, according to Richard Pryor's ex-security, molested Richard Pryor Jr.
If the allegations aren't true, this ain't the way to prove it, bud.
And if you a Paul Mooney fan and you watch some of his comedy, he talks about his friend. What's his name? I don't know how I forget his name. I know he passed away a while back. But he talks about Richard Pryor and how Richard Pryor had bisexuality. And I think maybe a couple stories about him messing around with executives or producers or something.
By taking some days off, you got to be staying front and center.
So he was supposed to be...
And some of these stars, you always hear they talk about you got to do this or that, or they this and that way to get into the business. Like, there's a lot of gay, a lot of homosexual activity, a lot of other activity going on in that area of a career, as in Hollywood, TV. So, you hear the stories, but...
performing at the Atlanta Comedy Theater. Now they are offering full refunds if you were going to go to the show. And they also gave out free tickets for future shows. So that was yesterday. So there you have it.
Has Richard Pryor Jr. said anything else about this situation?
Not yet. He said he's not going to comment. So he spoke to TMZ. They caught up to him, and he just didn't really want to talk about it. He said anything that happened when he was a teen.
Yeah, and clearly something happened. I mean, you could tell by his reaction on.
He wasn't like, no, that's ridiculous.
Exactly. Clearly something happened.
Well, the good news is if you had tickets for Paul Mooney, you can now see Faizon Love or Donnell Rawlings.
Whoa, Donnell.
Yes, Donnell.
Okay. Donnell's replacing Paul Mooney?
Well, I think it's other shows, so they're saying you can use those tickets for when they come into town.
Oh, got you. So that means Paul ain't even rescheduling. He out.
All right, and there's a sign on the Atlanta highway now that is renamed for Tyler Perry's studio.
I want to include bonds for Tyler Perry, man. Lord have mercy.
I'm not going to get into Tyler Perry. I just want to get into allegations with Paul Mooney. And just talk about things that go on in Hollywood, just go into that realm of, trifling nasty shit they can do. So I don't know if the allegations are true or not. I do not know. But this has been Awkward Occurrence, and let's get on to the next video. Okay, this is the Joker final trailer. I haven't seen this yet, so we're just gonna get right into it. And, really on Batman, I only followed Batman and Robin, so I know who Joker is. We'll see. He's a crazy mother effer. I'm a crazy mother effer. I didn't even see the first Joker. That Batman he was in.
You please stop bothering my kid?
Sorry.
Arthur, I have some bad news for you.
So she said, stop bothering my kid. You know how kids be on the bus when they be looking back? They be looking back at people. Kids. Yes, kids. Parents set your kids down on the bus for real, though. Some of them I know they try not to beat their kids or spank their kids in front of people on the bus. But now go ahead and sit your kid down, because sometimes they do be out of control. Usually that kid be jumping up and down, trying to smack you in the face and all this. I'm like, lady, sit your kid down, lady.
You don't listen, do you? You just ask the same questions every week. How's your job?
Are you having any negative thoughts? All I have are negative thoughts.
Look like Mel Gibson, real skinny.
In a world where everyone thinks they can do my job, check out this guy.
When I was a little boy,
The old
many
ass
people
Mel
thought I was
Gibson.
gonna be a comedian. Everyone laughed at me. Well, no one's laughing now.
You can say that again, pal.
So I guess essentially this is going to be Joker backstory, how he became Joker.
It's so awful, isn't it?
I see it, but that was a protest and something. You got people holding up signs saying we are all clowns. I mean, some people find that offensive right there. It's kind of offensive. We are all clowns. It's kind of.
So awful, isn't it?
For my whole life, I didn't know if I even really existed. But I do. People are starting to notice.
Think this is funny? Is this a joke to you?
Murray, one small thing.
Yeah.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker? Send in the clowns.
Okay. Another advertisement. But based on that, that might be a B movie. If they don't spend too much time getting into makeup and becoming the actual Joker, and they spend more time on him being the actual Joker and going through events, and bringing some action to the movie. Because some superhero movies, they'll take too long to get to them being the hero or the villain. And most of the movie wasted on them getting to that point. Like the Power Rangers, the new Power Rangers that came out. Took too long for them to be Rangers. You wasted most of the movie on backstories or something. Really backstories. Like, dang, you need more fights and stuff, action. What? Dang. But this movie could be good though. They give more airtime to the actual character of Joker and not just the backstory. Yeah, that's my review of the Joker. Seems like something I want to watch because I know white people in Hollywood crazy, just like the black people in Hollywood crazy. But there's some crazy shit to watch. Watch. I just been Awkward Occurrence with Hocus News and Awkward Entertainment. See you in the next video. Okay, this video is, I forget his name, but he's a sport commentator. Let's take a look. He's commentating on Daniel Jones, and I just want you to listen how he describes how news is produced, manufactured into the minds of the masses, and how they get a desired reaction, if so needed to have that desired reaction. So this, look at how he says it and what the people in Truth Movement say.
But with Case Keenum, Eli Manning, Nick Foles, and Sam Bradford, all four have had significant statistical elevation under Pat Shurmur. But I think, and this is my belief, that Pat Shurmur and John Mara know after that bench Eli debacle with Ben McAdoo, they had to change the narrative.
Now he's talking about the narrative of this quarterback switch out. Like 1 year, Eli was benched for another quarterback, and the quarterback didn't perform well, so they put Eli in. And this year, the Giants drafted another quarterback who they want supposedly to take over for Eli. Cause Eli is 38 years old, so they're gonna release him either sooner than later. So they're trying to hype Daniel up, and drop Eli stock. So if they're saying if Giants go 2-5, then they'll be more credible in putting Eli out and putting Daniel in, which is the quarterback they just drafted. I just want you to listen to how he describes how news works in the mind and how it influences perceptions and actions.
They knew when they drafted Daniel Jones, there was going to be a little plan, and I'm going to give you the 3 steps to it. The first thing they did is they released a video of Daniel Jones in camp. Do you remember that? Slow motion, perfect throws, all on target. Came out, all of a sudden it was being reported, only a handful of people, actually no media there.
So they released videos of, in practice, Daniel throwing good balls to the media. So just listen to how he going.
He was just unbelievable. It was like a glossy video. Remember that video came out and people were just saying, oh my word, Daniel just... The second thing that came out, CBS Sports in May breaks a story. Eli Manning does not look...
So CBS Sports, another story comes out maybe a month later. So this is, again, consumers read this stuff and they want a reaction off of whatever narrative they're pushing.
Good. Ooh, he threw a bunch of interceptions today that conveniently was leaked to the press. And then in the preseason this year, and this is to take nothing away from Daniel Jones, I don't know if you notice this, but most good teams do not play their offensive linemen in the preseason. The crosstown Jets, who don't even have a great offensive line, they haven't played their offensive line starters. The New York Giants, have you noticed this? How much they've played their offensive line starters? Eli's played 28 snaps. That's it. The offensive line has played 60, the starters. Make sure Daniel Jones succeeds in the preseason. Why? Because when you're 1-4 or 2-5, you have now created momentum within the media and the fans that when...
You have now created momentum within the media and the masses after you releasing 2 stories in your own narrative.
The suggestion to bench Eli Manning comes out. WFAN radio in New York is, gotta be honest, guys, the guy was unbelievable in preseason. It matters. Narratives matter. Optics matter. The Giants behind the scenes.
Narratives and optics matter.
Released a video of Daniel Jones being perfect. Then a story leaks to CBS. Eli's really struggling. They play their offensive line starters through the preseason, double what most teams do to protect Daniel Jones. They give him good timing routes, thinks he'll do well. I mean, folks, 85% completion rate. These are throws quarterbacks make in their sleep. They have planted all of this knowing it's coming.
And they have planted all of this knowing. And when he say plant, I think of Janelle Eliana being a YouTube plant. And all them numbers and just the coincidence, you don't think it really is coincidence. And the way he's saying it and describing how the story going with Daniel going in to replace Eli this season. If you go back and listen to it, it's just like how media works to influence the masses.
Soon, it's a behind-the-scenes plan. By the way, ProFootballFocus.com, PFF.com, Sam Munson came on our show this week. He said, listen, if you really look at the film, Daniel Jones is not tearing it up. It's as almost if the organization is grooving his stats for the replacement 8 weeks from now.
Interesting, even his preseason grade hasn't been quite as good as I think the general.
So, if you go back and watch Colin, let's go look at his name right quick, y'all. I want you to go look at the video. This is the Herd with Colin. Colin Herd opens up today with the show, with NFL talk. And title Cowboys have solid foundation despite drama and how Giants are grooming Daniel Jones. And part of that grooming is projecting to the media that he's doing great by giving him these short passes and things that's easy for anybody to do and putting that out to the media to show the masses, hey, he's doing good. Then whenever Eli does bad, they'll get that to the media and put the narrative Eli's doing bad. And then, when they go 2-5, lose a lot of games, they'll have a narrative or excuse to bench Manning. I guess lay more blame on Manning instead of themselves. That's what that seems like. But that's just to show how the news works and how they lay seeds for all this freedom, rights, and amendments talk and what's going on in politics. So they're just something I was aware of. He was talking about. I wanted to bring the light. Okay, let's get into the next video.